The start of this show was actually, I was at the end of my last show where I'd finished that. I'd finished all of those sort of kid-inspired paintings, and then I decided, what am I going to do next? And I thought, okay, I'm just going to start with colors. I'm just going to pick a color, paint everything in that color, and then when I'm bored of that color, move on to another color. And so I thought, I'll start with white. And that was the beginning of this show. And then I got pregnant halfway through working on all the pieces. And I think that shifted my focus a little bit. And then it sort of started to nudge towards the beach. For whatever reason, I really don't know. I know I started going to the beach because of the white sand. And I really liked the bleached beechwood. Driftwood, and so that sort of made its way into my pieces. And I always like painting shells anyway, and the finish. I'm always attracted to the texture or the lack of texture of objects. So the egg painting is really, really smooth, and the pearly insides of the oyster shells I really, really like, and the rough sand and the hardness of the glass. So I was attracted to the beach for all of those reasons. Plus it was mostly white. And then calm from chaos because I had a baby. It was chaotic. But then I stand back and all those paintings of the beach, well, they're all kind of calm. They're all very quiet paintings, not like my house at all. And so that's where the title came from, Calm from Chaos. Well, I started painting the household objects because I've always painted household objects. But and all of our china, I have a funny thing about eating off of china. It doesn't have to be Royal Albert, but I really cook a lot, and I'm not eating off of plastic. So it doesn't matter that the kids have broken all the dishes. I just go to the secondhand store and buy more secondhand china. That's fine. So it's all kind of mismatched, but it is all white. And what I really liked about it was the different shades of white, and it's super subtle. You can't really tell until you start to really study it. And so that's what attracted me to the householdy items, was the china in the cupboard and the contrast of the dark cupboard in behind and the light china, and then the jars. I actually like to can, and my husband's making kombucha, so we always have jars around, and again they play into the play of texture. And particularly with this painting, Canned Beach, it's that hard glass texture contrasted with the stuff inside, with the white feathers that I found at the beach, and the white shells that are kind of chalky. And the sand that from a distance looks white, but when you've put it in a jar, you can see that it's really quite dark gray, except for that plane that catches the light, and then it looks really quite light. So that's how those sort of everyday householdy objects find their way into my paintings. And the same thing with the light bulbs. That was more of a challenge. It was sort of, can I paint light bulbs? Because you want to sort of push yourself, I think, as an artist. And it was hard. It was really fussy. And again, those subtle shifts of slightly different shades of white, and that texture of the light bulbs, that transparency and translucency that they have. I liked painting that too, and again I just kind of went around and collected all the old light bulbs. Plus somebody pointed out that they're phasing those light bulbs out, so, and I like the light from those light bulbs. I don't like those ridiculous spirally the fluorescent bulbs. I hate those bulbs. If anyone's listening, please stop making those bulbs. They're making decent light. They're terrible lighting.